Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inside Football. This is season 3, episode 2 of the business of football. I'm your new host, Yeni, and I am sitting here with the legend himself, the technical director of TFA, Mr. Ali El-Jishi. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
All good, all good. And on Zoom, we have Niko. Where's Niko joining us from today?
Finland, sunny Finland, I think.
Sunny Finland. And on Zoom, we have Niko. How are you, Niko?
I'm fine, thanks. Really good, actually.
Very, very good, very good. And welcome again and welcome back to our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. It helps us a lot. Right now, as we said, we have Niko on the line. And do you want to start with some fire questions for him?
No, you can fire away. But just to introduce Niko, Niko's a technical director from a club called KTP. And the first question we asked, what's KTP? So you can tell us, Niko.
There we go.
All right, yeah. So basically, I'm a sporting director of FC KTP. It's a football club in Finland, the highest division in Finland. We just got promoted this season. KTP has 1927. It has been, how you say it?
Established.
1927. The year it has been started. So old club, lot of traditions, and now we start trying to little bit build something new in here in Finland.
Sounds great. So we're going to start you off with some quick fire questions so the audience can get to know you. I know you're an ex-player, good player from what I've heard, so we'll start with some quick fire questions. You should.
All right, I've got some quick fire questions for you. So, Niko, since Ali El-Jishi did say that you were a pro player, could you just guide us through your journey from being a professional footballer to becoming a sporting director?
Yeah, so basically I played 13 years as a professional here in Finland. Didn't go abroad any time. Had a couple of chances, but always some transfer fee or something came up. Then had some injuries in my career, but 13 nice years as a pro player. Then played as a semi-professional a couple years. Started junior coaching. Then I got asked by the club's president here in FC KTP that are you interested to come for a little bit bigger part of or a bigger role in a club. And last year I was first, my role was like a player coordinator. Basically I did the same as a sporting director. Now this year we just changed the title. So now I'm doing doing as a sporting director, or my title is a sporting director.
It sounds like he's very good at his job.
He is actually. He missed the part about basketball. You should tell them the interesting part between football and basketball.
Oh yeah. So when I was junior, I played both. I played football and basketball. And actually, when I was 50 years old, I quit football for a couple years. I only played basketball because I got promoted to national team in basketball or junior national team.
It's very unusual, basketball and football.
Yeah, but I learned a lot from basketball to football pitch. What comes to shielding and stuff like that, how you use your body and stuff like that.
Yes, fascinating.
But yeah, then when I was 17, one of my teammates, I still played football with friends, like just for fun.
Yeah.
But then like KTP tried to get me for the junior teams. I had one good friend who played there, and we made a bet that if we lose one game, I'm gonna go back to KTP, and we lost that game, and I went back, and then I still played for the winter time. I played basketball, but then next summer, from the both teams from the both senior teams, first team coach called from basketball and football, and at the same time, same day, that do you want to come to train with us? And then I had to make the decision, and I decided that, hey, maybe football is the thing I want to do.
Amazing.
and started to play football.
So good you can do 2 sports. That's amazing. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like he lost on purpose. Just to get back to football. But that's a very interesting story. From what I've got from that is that first of all, you're good at what you do. Not a lot of people get asked to get a higher position. You know, a lot of people apply for high positions, and for you to become a director from that position must have been a journey and a half. That's good work ethic. I like that. Now, so my second question is now, so as an ex-player and now as a director, where do you believe that generating funds, or where do you believe the major revenue streams are in the football business?
I would say player sales, definitely. Like if you have like young players, good players who you can say sold to other teams in Europe, that's where you can make the money. Especially in Finland, like football is not the biggest sport. Ice hockey is the biggest, but like in Finland, if you wanna make like a profit with your team, the player sales would be the biggest thing in Finland.
The only problem with
of course.
Sorry, Niko, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Ali.
No, I was going to say, I mean, this is really the mainstream line in all football clubs, but as we know, it's seasonal, window to window. So how do you manage that? Okay, you need to make enough sales in the window to satisfy the whole year. Is that the point?
No. Basically, like, of course, you have to do. In Finland, it goes like that. That if you get one player sale for the whole year, you can make profit. Because the monies in Finland are not so big. But I would say if you want to make as a good team, especially in Finland, and try to make profit, the fans are the most important thing. Like try to get a little bit lower ticket sales, or like try to get big ticket sales and try to sell merchandise for the fans. And try to get like in Finland, the fan culture is not so big than in other European countries. And that's something like we could learn from the other teams or the like other countries from Europe, or even in the like North America, South America, from those countries.
Building fan bases.
About the fan.
Yeah, the fan bases.
Yeah. And how you can take advantage of that.
Yeah, and of course this is why we've partnered up with you guys, you know, in the search and finding talented young players and to try and put them on the stage to sell them. From your expertise as a technical director, how do you identify talent? This is a very difficult thing. Everybody has a point of view in football. How do you identify talent? Yeah,
that's of course the hardest thing to do. Like, but I would say the biggest thing about talent is the like mentality and personality. Like, if you don't have the work ethic, that you are not ready to work, you're not going to be a
top player.
Player. Yeah. That's the highest thing.
Yeah.
Then of course comes that you have to have an eye for a talent that it doesn't have to be the biggest and strongest player. It just have to be like there are footballers and then there are like street ballers.
Right.
How would I say, like some players can play football and some players just like they are in the football pitch. That it's hard. I don't know the words how to describe it, but like.
Do you prefer the street footballers or the footballers?
Good question.
I prefer like a mix of both.
Yes.
But street footballer as a like, but footballer, I mean like he's a like total footballer. Like he understands the game as a like
tactically.
That he has a like technical skills as a street footballer,
but has the brains
tactical skills as a footballer. Yeah, nice. Brains, and also the work ethic of a like footballer or a professional athlete.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like many times, like really good street or footballers who are really technically gifted, they are not like ready to work. or ready to make the extra effort.
The fancy guys. No, it's interesting. I'll tell you why. Because,
Yeah.
first of all, one of the main reasons we've signed up with you is we obviously have the same synergy. Because we're always talking about character, personality. That's the key. Before you promote a player, sell a player, whatever, it's does he have the professionalism to become a professional? We don't see a lot of that with young footballers. But interestingly, after we left you, if you remember, we went to the exit trials in England. And we went south, Midlands, and the north. And one of the things that really struck me, we saw approximately, you'd say 70 to 100 players in every location, and they all played exactly the same way. Exactly the same way, across the country. They've taken the street footballer out of footballers. This is a problem, I think.
And that's and what I basically also look as from a footballer, that I don't want that everybody, like, if some player is really good at three things, or even one thing, he don't have to be good at all. But if he has if he's really good one against one player, like he goes one against one 10 times and he get passed like 7 times.
Interesting.
Like it's a really good percentage to go one against one, and that's a player who is interesting. Yeah. Like you don't have to develop as him like to be like this kind of total footballer who can do everything.
Yeah, but he needs to be very good at one thing.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, or if you are really good goal scorer, like you score every time a goal when you get a chance.
Yeah.
Or like from every like 50% of the times when you get a chance, you score.
Clinical. No, it's interesting because, like I said to you, in England, this was a problem because you're looking at people being released from the clubs and they have 30, 40 scouts and nobody stands out because nobody takes a risk. Everybody plays the same way. And this is why Europe shops in Africa. This is why the big interest in let's go to Africa. Because you're always going to get the guys there that will do something different. It's not exactly the same way to play. And I think in Scandinavia, you have the same thing. They play from the back. They play to number 6. Everybody does the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, a question for you that, again, we come across a lot. Size of the football player. We keep using the word athlete. So we could have a great football player, but he's not big. Do you think this is becoming a problem in football? Size?
No, I don't think about size matters. Like, basically, like, you can be big, you can be small. Of course, nowadays I would say more about speed.
Yeah. Speed is a must.
That speed matters.
Yeah. No, but for example, a lot of the guys
that
released...
You have to have like fast feet.
Fast brains, yeah. I get you. But a lot of the guys we saw released in England was size. England is becoming size obsessive. It's a gladiator sport at the top level. So they want big, strong and fast. Big, strong and fast. You could be small, strong and fast, but they won't let you play.
Which is very weird. I mean, since you have to develop a player, yes, physically, technically, and tactically too, I feel like if they don't have the football IQ, I mean, you can be big and you can be strong and you can be fast, but then if you do not have that tactical experience, what good are you in a match? Because you can get small, shorter guys who will outmaneuver you, or you get a street footballer. You can't catch those guys if you come at them if you're fast.
Niko got it. Speed is everything in football.
Yeah,
speed is everything.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, all right. My following question, so it is: could you share the unique challenges and advantages of soccer in Finland compared to other countries?
I would say the biggest challenge would be money and salaries. In Finland, like I said, the biggest thing is ice hockey, or the biggest sport is ice hockey, and the money is in ice hockey. If a player comes to Finland, he has to understand that this is not the place where he makes the money.
Yeah, not
like this is like a middle step for his career. But the good thing in Finland is that the league is. I would say many countries follow Finnish highest league, Veikkausliiga, even first division, especially if you are a young player. Environment is good, like the living. Sometimes it's even too good that many players got too comfortable because of the Finnish. yeah. But like I said, the money that they have to understand that they are not gonna come here like and make big monies.
Right.
That this is just a step. Like you have to work hard, play good, and then you get like the next step.
No, we
A
call
little
it,
bit bigger.
well, what we call it here, Nico, to our players, it's what we call a launch market. It's very much, Finland is what you call a launch market. So you go there, you play 30, 50, 60 games. You're in the window because the Swedish clubs, the Danish clubs look at Finland. So yes, you're not going to go there to become a millionaire, but you're in the window. And that's, I think, what you're saying.
Yeah.
So my other question then is, if money is an issue or a challenge in Finland, we are always looking for sponsorships and partnerships, and we know that partners want an ROI, and mainly sometimes it's financially. How do you then secure partners or sponsorships with such a challenge?
Of course, it's more about city by city. Like there are like a lot of business in the city, and from those we try to find sponsors. I don't know about so much about that because I'm not in the sponsor. I basically just manage the sport. We have other guy, or CEO who handles sponsor things.
But you mean it's local partners? Local partners.
But basically in Finland it's local partners.
Right. Makes more sense, right?
Yeah, no, it's the same here.
Yeah.
If it's a local partner and they can local interest, then you will get the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. What-
Yeah. All right. Question number 4. So, in your opinion, what are some unconventional routes the players could take to go professional?
That's actually a hard question. I don't know about unconventional. Like everyone has their own route.
Yeah.
Like somebody might be a semi-professional, and someone might just found him and that, hey, come on trial, and maybe you earn a living from that. Or somebody plays from let's say Germany 6th division and scores a lot of goals, and like Robert Lewandowski, like he played in the or Miroslav Klose, like they played in lower levels, scored a lot of goals there, and then got a chance. And
different routes.
that's like, but like
I think if we can
I don't know right answer.
Let's rephrase the question. So, for example, you said Finland's a good market to launch your career. The players that you've come across who are not Finnish, how do they get to you? Clubs like us is one example, but what else? Agents, how are you getting the international players?
Agents are like mostly how we get it. Like, of course, there are like scouting trips to Africa, let's say. Maybe we can find, but in Finland, the problem basically many times is the money. Like clubs doesn't have like scouting budget, like the bigger clubs or bigger leagues that hey, we send scouts to other places and to find players for us.
Then you need.
Of course, I know there is.
You need an EPC.
There is things that.
You need people like us. We will do all the scouting.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But then if you let's say if you find a partner club, like that's the thing, like you can find players from there. You get young players on loan from there, and but there are many routes.
Basketball, another route. You can shop for basketball players.
I think this also touches on what we've been speaking about lately of having partnerships and creating good relationships, but you got to be careful with who also. I feel like also when you build that partnership, I mean, look, now you have access to Dubai, you've partnered with EPC now. I feel like those could also help with such a club, probably in Finland, if they're not making much money and whatnot. Those resources can help a lot.
Which is why we signed with KTP, and we're very happy with it. Because like Niko said, everything in football is network.
Yeah,
network.
Of course.
And of course, if you connect networks, then we give him access to Africa, he gives us access to Finland.
Of course.
And this is kind of how it works. But for young football players, Niko, sitting in Africa, super talented, find an agent is difficult. How do you find a good agent? How did you find yours, if you had one?
I basically didn't sign anyone. Like there came many agents. Like, but in Finland, in Finland, basically you don't need an agent. Like, because it's a small business in here.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if you go for biggest stages in Europe, then you need an agent. Usually, depends on a player, but agents find you, and then it's also like a per luck that you get a good one or a bad one.
But from your point of view, how do you select the agents you work with as a technical director?
From my point of view, I select an agent who, like I say, characteristic. Yes, that's the like important thing. Like if I get a good feel, like somebody's ready to come to see me, and we talk, maybe video call, something like that, and we get a good feeling on like I want to trust people.
Yeah.
Of course, I know there are a lot of agents that they talk a lot, but if you get a good vibe on a person, like you just have to give the trust, and if you find a good one, let's say he brings you one good player, then like you trust him that okay, this is my guy, I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, trust is the commodity. True. I have a question for you, technical director. The hardest part in our business is selling players, as you know, from our job. How do you, or what's the advice on finding the buying clubs? How do you find those guys? Is it pure network or,
It's a network, of course. Then, of course, if you have a good player, good enough, the clubs come to you. That's the thing. But nowadays, like I said, the transfer room.
You mentioned before.
That's the networking thing.
It's an app, right?
Or a
website.
Platform. Yeah, a platform. What we use. How we get because we have a partnership with Venezia. We got that from through transfer room, and basically that's also a good platform to scout teams who are looking to buy a player on a price range of whatever range you are looking for.
So basically, you list your good players there, and the other people. It's like a platform to sell football players, in effect.
Yeah, and it's also like clubs can list there or make an ad that hey, we are looking a player to buy for 250K. We can pay we can pay transfer fee 250K, attacking midfielder, this kind of salary.
Great.
Then I can pitch the player for them straight away for the team.
Interesting.
Like directly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like a platform.
Yeah.
Okay, good advice.
It is solid advice. My last question for you: the transition from now being a player to being a director, that difference. So what's the main challenge that you have faced in becoming a director? I mean, challenges can be good. You can list one good and one challenging.
I think he'll tell you players
easier. I would say like as a player, like I'm only responsibility for myself.
Right.
Like I have to make sure I'm fit. I'm fit to play, and I don't have to worry anybody else. When I'm a director, I have the whole staff, every player I have to manage, and keep on course, and be aware all the time what happens on a team. That are we on a right course? Is everything good? Is the environment good in here? Is it good to work? Stuff like that. That there's a lot more of responsibility as a director than as a player.
One of the things I saw, Niko, is when you're a player or even a coach, the best part is being close to the players. The best part is the dressing room and being close to the players.
Yeah.
And what I found when I took the technical director is you have to stay away from the players. I think that was very hard. You cannot get too close to them. I don't know how you found that.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing also, you cannot, because you have to also make hard decisions.
Yes, business decisions.
Sometimes. It's not like that you might be a good friend with someone, but you can't be you can't let that to get on your head and make your decisions. You have to understand that it's a business decision, and you can make the decision with your heart.
Yeah.
basically.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant. We can talk for hours.
For hours. Yeah, but this is good inside information here. Yeah, from my side, those are my questions. Do you have any fire questions for him?
No, no.
Put
I
him
mean,
on the
look,
spot.
no, Nico's it's good. We're sending you one player hopefully soon, so we look
Yeah.
forward to see where this goes. We thank you for your time. We thank you for sharing with this is Inside Football. We're trying to show young football players what happens in business.
Right.
And it's good of you to actually open up and talk to them, because I always tell the young players you need to learn the business, not just be in the business.
Yeah.
So this is the whole point of this show.
No.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And enjoy your
No
penalty
worries,
shootout.
no worries. And definitely, like as a director, you have to make like you said before that the connections are everything, like networking.
Absolutely.
Don't burn the bridges.
Yeah.
Build them.
Absolutely. Brilliant
Absolutely.
advice. Thank you for your time, Nico, and we'll see you soon, I hope, in Dubai.
Thank you, Nico.
Yes, thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I'd love to come to Dubai.
See you soon. Take care.
Yeah, see you.
See you.
Take care, guys.
Bye bye. Some good information there. All right, that was Niko all the way from Finland, right?
Yes.
Some good information here on Inside Football. Now, remember to like this video and subscribe, and we'll see you on episode 3, Mr. Ali.
Thank you, Mr. Yeni.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm Yeni, the technical director of TFA, and we're out. This is Inside Football. See you soon.